Hi, welcome to Alinea Legal Coaching's Legal Coaching Tip of the Day. It's been a little while since I posted, so let's get right back on track. Where we left off was giving you some tips about how to have a respectful conflict. How do you resolve conflicts respectfully? So the first tip we had given you was having respect for yourself and being very mindful about whether or not you want to engage in the conflict. The second tip we gave you was being respectful of the other party and remaining calm and polite and listening to them during a conflict. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about those tips, check out our Instagram channel for those posts. Today what we're going to talk about is being flexible with your thinking in the midst of a conflict. Okay, so where we go from there is this. Generally in a conflict you're trying to achieve a goal. There's something that you want, you're being denied that thing, whatever it is. So what I always encourage my clients to do is just take a step back, figure out, be very clear on what their goal is, and then try to figure out all the different ways they can try to get there. You might surprise yourself with a little bit of flexible and creative thinking. You might not have to go the route that you thought you did when you initially started. The absolute no-no is getting involved in going down the same path over and over and over again. So that's a little bit like banging your head against a brick wall. You're not going to break through to the other side. So you have to be creative and flexible about the pathway you're going to go to achieve your goals. If you find yourself in a conflict where really you're just upset about what the other person has said or you want them to change their thinking, that's going to be a little bit different than achieving a goal. So with trying to change someone's thinking, you first have to sort of do a little bit of an analysis of the other party. Are they a rational, logical thinker? Is this an emotional conflict? If this is really just a logical or a thought problem debate, there might be a pathway forward to sort of put your argument forward, and you'll have to do, listen to their argument on the other side and sort of see where you come up. And that's the way we have good discussion and good debate. It's always important that it remain respectful throughout and not just devolve into name calling. If it's more of an emotional problem, then you need to ask yourself if there's any benefit to moving forward with the conflict. Often it isn't. Often the pathway to more emotional conflict is just more emotional turmoil, and it's better to just take a step back and decide that, you know what, this conflict is not worth it, and there's no need for me to continue with it. So that going back to that first tip, have respect for yourself and what conflict does for your emotional well-being. So just to summarize again, then the best way to resolve a conflict respectfully is to be very flexible and creative in your thinking and not to get stuck in any one way as being the only route towards success and conflict resolution. And that's it for today. Thank you.